So a 43-year-old Muslim man named Mujibur Rahman was walking his 9-year-old niece home from school in the Bronx, and two men viciously attacked him. They beat him, they punched him in the face, they knocked him to the ground, they kicked him repeatedly, all while the 9-year-old was standing there watching. He was taken to the hospital to be treated for his bruises. But what makes this story particularly noteworthy is that as the attackers were beating the shit out of him, they were screaming, quote, "ISIS, ISIS." So the International Business Times reports here, quote, "In the immediate aftermath of September 11th, anti-Muslim crimes in the U.S. jumped 1,600%. After the 2005 London bombings, police reported that the rate of hate crimes in the city, mostly targeting Muslims, rose sixfold. In the 3 months following the attacks on Charlie Hebdo in France earlier this year, last year, anti-Muslim incidents rose 281%. So what we see here is a trend. Whenever there's Muslim fundamentalist terrorism, there's always a backlash and a rise in anti-Muslim bigotry and anti-Muslim hate crimes. And oftentimes, it's not just against Muslims, it's against Sikhs, it's against Hindus, it's against Buddhists, it's against anybody and you don't look quite white enough or you look like you might be part of a different religion, and people attack. So, look, man, very simple takeaway from this story here. Just don't be an idiot, okay? Don't do collective punishment. We're all mad about Muslim terrorism. Absolutely. No question about it. We're all against it. Okay? All rational, sane people are against it. But that means what you do is you try to bring those people who did the attacks to justice. Or in the case of ISIS, you try to bring the group who did it to justice. That doesn't mean that any Muslim you see anywhere in the world at all times is by definition ISIS, and they agree with ISIS, therefore you attack them. No, if you think that, you're an idiot, you're a bigot, you do generalize about Muslims, and you're doing violence on them in that case. They ain't doing it to you, so you're the bad guy in that scenario, dipshit. This shouldn't be that hard to fucking get, man, okay? Just don't do collective punishment. We're all against terrorism. We should all be against violence and a backlash like this. Let's just be sane. Let's be rational. Not every Muslim is guilty for the actions of terrorists. But in this case, you have a bunch of idiots who believe that that is the case, so they attack. No, that's not the case. Again, let's be smart about it, and let's oppose both the terrorism itself and the ridiculous backlash against all Muslims.